The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros. Terence Crawford would cook Canelo. Do you agree? Now, look, people say clickbait. This isn't clickbait. Someone said this, and now we're about to talk about it. If all you do is read the title and you judge the video by the title, then that you're the problem, not us. Someone said this, and we're about to discuss it. Now, if you actually watch the video, you'll find out what we think about the comment.
And watch the video. Watch the video. Don't comment before watching the video. Y'all be looking dumb in y'all be playing yourself. Y'all be sitting there commenting. Then I'm like, you ain't even watch the video.
I know. I don't even feel like responding. Like one dude with the Belenga, like Edgar Belenga's gonna cuss Canelo. One dude was like, Canelo hate, and then someone said to him, "Where's the Canelo hate?" And I was gonna say he didn't watch the video, but I'm like, who cares what he thinks? If you don't watch the video, who cares what you think?
They're so impulsive. Like they'll comment before the video gets I'm like, you gotta watch to the end, bro.
If you've ever done this, then it may be a sign that you're a fanboy. All right. So here's what someone tweeted. They said, Bud will absolutely cook Canelo. And this was in response to Canelo's performance against Edgar Berlanga. So that is why we asked the top. That's why we asked the question. But Canelo himself also called out. Not Canelo. Terence Crawford himself actually called out Canelo. And here's the video of Terence calling out Crawford. Terence calling Crawford. This is a video of Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
Yo, Turkey. Tell him we going for Canelo next.
Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Just put me in the game. Just put me in the game. Canelo Crawford, the biggest fight. But we stay ready, though. Stay ready. That way we don't got to get ready. Yo, Turkey.
So you heard that's Canelo Alvarez. Oh my God, I'm bugging today. That's Terence Crawford and Turkey Al-Sheikh calling out Canelo Alvarez. So Bud says he's ready. Turkey says he's ready. They want the Canelo Alvarez fight. That was their reaction during the fight. Trill doesn't look amused by that in a second. But one last thing we got to show. So apparently Bud was making the rounds between boxing and UFC because at the UFC fight, they put Bud and Turkey Al-Sheikh on camera, and they called Terence Bud Crawford Kendrick Lamar. Look at this. So they said, Kendrick Lamar, Grammy Award and Pulitzer Prize winning musician. So Kendrick, he did say he's Terence Crawford. He's whooping feet. Kendrick said that to Drake. But someone at UFC must have taken that to heart because they thought that. So here's Dana White. Here's his reaction to them thinking that Terence Bud Crawford was Kendrick Lamar. So let's listen to what Dana White had to say.
Dana, play it smooth, Dana.
All right, here we go. Yeah. So here it is right here. Get out of that. Here you go.
Are you expecting to get a text from Kendrick Lamar or Terence Crawford?
I was talking to Terence Crawford. I don't want to call him. I don't know who the hell did that. Thought it was, that was pretty bad. He did kind of look like Kendrick Lamar, though. Let's not fuck around. He kind of did look like Kendrick Lamar. But yeah, that was. Hey, so when I said we had a flawless production tonight, I take that back. Yeah, there was the one. That was yeah.
They all look alike. They all look. Hey, Trill. All right. So there was a lot to unpack in here. We kind of. All right. So first things first, Trill. How order you want to take this? What I want you to address is one. Do you think Terence Crawford would cook Canelo? Then I want you to let me know. Do you think Terence Crawford looks like Kendrick Lamar? And then you said you know some things about Canelo's future. Who do you think Canelo should fight next, and whatever information you got? So that's a lot, but I'll remember and I'll make sure you answer those questions. Go ahead, bro. The floor is yours.
I'm gonna start with darn you, Dana. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, I was like, as long as he say they don't look alike, as long as he don't, I was saying the same thing. As long as he don't say that, hey, they both look alike, then Dana's gonna be good. And look, Dana, you dropped the ball, Dana. You dropped the ball, Dana. I knew you was gonna do this, Dana. But yeah, no, they definitely do not look alike. Maybe they did the hairstyle. Maybe that's what he was thinking about. Maybe the hairstyle, But that's I know, but that's like saying Future and Quavo look alike. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But Crawford would cook Canelo. No, I seen Crawford have a difficult time, and this is not a knock on Terence Crawford. He had a difficult time with a guy at 154. And that was his first time fighting at 154. And a lot of people was like, yo, what do y'all expect? This is his first time fighting at 154. What do you think is going to be his first time fighting at 168? You see what I'm saying? Like, I get it that you like a guy. You know what I mean? And I like TC too. But some things is just, like common sense and stuff like that, man. But I think, shout out to TC. I know what he wants. I know what TC wants. Payday, payday, payday. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wants. I'm not mad at that. Go ahead. Set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't it. And I know Saul is not looking that way. Maybe, after he's done trying to do what he's doing, maybe he'll double back. But he feels like he's not going to get no props for that. It feels like it's going to be him beating on a smaller guy. He likes beating on big guys.
Pause.
I apologize. So yeah, he doesn't like to be a bully. He doesn't like to be a bully. So I see him because I know this is what he said. He made a statement. He said if Bivol can get past off the better beef, he wants to win it. He wants another crack at Bivol. Because for some odd reason, Canelo thinks Bivol wins that fight. That's what Canelo is thinking, that Bivol wins that fight. But he wants the winner. So he can have something to work towards. He wants the winner of Undisputed. So he can have something else to try to, accomplish. He needs to get up for some fights. So he wants a legacy fight against the winner of the Off the Better Beef versus Bivol fight. And basically, what I'm alluding to, I'm thinking that he thinks Bivol's going to win because he mentioned his name. He said he wants another crack at him, So he was like, if, he wants the winner of that fight. So that's what I think that Saul will be targeting next. The win in May, is the winner of the Off the Better Beef and Bivol fight.
Shout out to you, Trill, man. You answered all the questions, directly. You didn't dodge anything, man. Salute to you on that. All right. Look, let us know in the comment section. Do you think that Terence Crawford and Kendrick Lamar look alike? Let us know in the comment section. Now, look, I don't think they look alike to the point where you should be making that mistake. However, right, it is a bad sign for Terence Crawford because Terence Crawford is arguably the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world. And he's at a UFC event, and they don't even know who he is. They think the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world is a Grammy Award winner, rapper. So, yes, that's a huge mistake for UFC to make, especially another combat sport when you have arguably the best fighter in a different combat sport at your sporting event, that's a huge opportunity for some unity, for some crossover, and you call him Kendrick Lamar.
That's crazy. You call it a pound for pound great, a chubby midget. That is crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, the views and opinions of Trey do not reflect the Boxing Bros as a whole and all the other faces you see on the screen.
That's my
Mind you, G's. Okay, so but yeah, think about it. If you're Terence Crawford, even UFC doesn't recognize you. But if Canelo was in that seat, I guarantee you they wouldn't mistake him for anyone else, right? Anywhere in the world, they're going to recognize Canelo. So that's a stark contrast within itself, that even another combat sport doesn't recognize you and thinks you're someone else. It's also a huge mess up on Dana White, and the fact that he didn't just acknowledge it and apologize, but he doubles down and says he did look like Kendrick Lamar. Let's be honest. No, he doesn't. To you, he looks like Kendrick Lamar. To me, he does not, but we'll open it up in the comment section. Let us know if he looks like Kendrick Lamar. I don't think he looks like Kendrick Lamar, but it is what it is. Now, moving on to do I think Terence Crawford will cook Canelo? Look, this is why fanboys are dangerous. This is why fanboys are dangerous. If you think Terence Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, I am not going to argue with you. You have the right to hold that opinion. Terence Crawford has done enough for you to hold that opinion. But if you think it's a good idea for Terence Crawford to jump up to 168 after only having one fight at 154, where it was a tough fight against Madrimov, who only had 11, 12 fights, and it was a tough fight for him. Now you're going to throw him in the ring with Saul Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds when he just dropped a dude who was like 190 with a left hook, and he's been fighting bigger opponents and hurting them, dropping them, having them run from him. I know a lot of you would say, oh, well, if Charlo could survive, don't downplay Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is a former undisputed champion. Jermell Charlo is the same guy who knocked Erickson Lubin out in highlight knockout, arguably knockout of the year. Charlo's also the guy who knocked out Jason, I forget his last name, but the Dominican, former Dominican champion. Like, this guy has valuable wins on his resume. Like, he's not some bum. Like, people, I get it. They make themselves jokes. Some people make themselves jokes and make themselves seem like jokes to the point where you forget how good they are in the ring. Oscar's doing a good job of that right now. Oscar De La Hoya. I'm telling you, if you're not from De La Hoya's time, you won't believe how good he was. I'm telling you, go back and watch the videos. You won't believe it's the same guy. You couldn't believe it was the same guy. You wouldn't believe how good Oscar De La Hoya was if I told you. You got to go see it yourself. Yeah, that same goofy you see today was one of the best fighters that ever lived. I promise you that. But you got Jamel now and Jamal. They turn themselves into goofies, but they're really good fighters. Okay. So, yeah, he survived with Canelo, but he ran and he did all he could to survive. Cool. Terence Crawford needs to ask himself, is it worth selling his O? Because at the end, that's what it is. He wants the money. So if he's looking to cash out on the O, then cool. I know what Turkey's bottom line is. And before I state this, I'm not trying to dish Turkey for all the Turkey supporters. I'm just giving my honest, objective opinion. And if that rattles you, I can't do anything about that. Turkey wants to start his own boxing league. In order for Turkey to start his own boxing league, he needs credibility. He needs the top fighters in boxing to fight under his banner to legitimize his boxing league. So if he can get Canelo to fight under his banner, if he can get Tank to fight under his banner, if he can get Inoue to fight under his banner, he would have the credibility he needs to create a boxing league and have people respect it. The best thing that could ever happen for the credibility of Turkey Al-Sheikh's boxing league is if Terence Crawford beats Canelo. If Terence Crawford beats Canelo, Turkey can now say he has the best fighter in the world fighting in his boxing league, which would make his boxing league perceived as the best. he would have the best fighter in the world fighting for Turkey. He would have the biggest star in the heavyweight division fighting for Turkey, and then he would have some legitimacy to his boxing league. However, if Canelo fights Terence Bud Crawford, even if Terence loses, even if Canelo destroys Terence, he still gets to use Canelo's brand, Canelo's name, Canelo's image and likeness to sell his league and say, look, the best fighters in the world fight for Turkey. So Turkey has everything to gain and nothing to lose, but Terence, on the other hand, has a lot to lose. And this is where the American fighters are just going there for the money, going there, taking the money. Look at Wilder. Wilder went there for the money, got cooked twice, got exposed twice his whole life. Now, look, I'm not saying shelter Wilder because I'm not a Wilder fan, never been a Wilder fan. I thought Wilder was taking easy touches, and I'm glad Turkey paid the money to expose Wilder. But in Terrence's case, he's moving up 3 weight classes. He moved up from 147 to 154, had a tough fight there. Now he's going to skip 160, move up to 168. To me, it's a crash out mission. I don't care how good you think Terence Crawford is. Canelo is going to land. He is going to land. You can't tell me Canelo's not going to land. If you think Canelo's not going to land, all right. I know you saw what Floyd did to Canelo. Floyd schooled Canelo, gave him a boxing lesson. Canelo took that lesson, learned from it, and became better. Doesn't discredit Floyd's victory. Floyd, at the time, was an older man, 36, went in there, schooled the younger lion. The younger lion learned that lesson and is a different guy. Canelo today isn't the Canelo who fought Floyd Mayweather. You have to understand that. Nobody is going to do to Canelo what Floyd did. And so for all of you who are talking about Terence Crawford moving up to fight Canelo, and you think that it's a good idea, just understand Turkey's reason for wanting this fight to happen. And if Crawford wants to sell his O and Crawford wants to go do that, fine, Crawford. Just understand you're making that decision. If you think that Terence Crawford would beat Canelo and you advise Terence Crawford, I mean, it is what it is. I hope it never happens. But if it does happen, we'll be back here talking about it. Now, I'll move on to what Canelo Alvarez should do next. Honestly, Bivol is a good option for Canelo. Win or lose to me. Because if Beterbiev knocks out Dimitri Bivol, which is what I think is going to happen, that still doesn't mean that Bivol Canelo won't be a great fight. It still will be a great fight because there's still going to be people out there who want to see Canelo get his revenge. There's still going to be people out there that think Bivol will beat Canelo. So I think that fight should happen. The rematch should happen regardless. Now, with that being said, there is a name looming. I'm not even going to name this person because the only life this person gets is by attaching himself to Canelo Alvarez, because I haven't heard about this person. The only time I hear about this person is when Canelo's fighting or when Canelo's doing something. That's the only time people bring up this person. This person on their own couldn't sell you a ham sandwich. This person on their own couldn't sell you a lottery ticket. So again, I'm not even tripping on this other person. But if that fight happens on the Canelo's terms, what he's asking for and everything else, then I think that's a good fight for Canelo as well. Otherwise, I think Canelo should continue being Canelo and doing what he wants to do with the remaining time that he has in the sport.
Yo, you know it's bad, right? When you got something happened to you 11 years ago and people keep bringing it up. No, for real. Like the time where he was really beat, like he was beat, you know what I'm saying? Unanimously. That was 11 years ago. Floyd beat him 11 years ago. And people still bring it out. You know how great you got to be? Somebody bring up something from 11 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. I'm the Commissioner Trill Dollar Bills. My brother Caden is LLG for life. We are the Boxing Bros. So 11 years ago.